Alrighty, we are back for episode 55, Kenshi 101. And I loaded the save and waited for daytime, morning, so that we could sell stuff. Uh, Figured we shouldn't have any problems with any of these guys. And hopefully we can get some backpacks for some people. Like you. I think, who is it, Kang? I think Kang needs a backpack now. Or no, Rain. Rain, whatever. I think we're good on stuff. Well, wait, no. Let's get green some more arrows. And I think I'm pretty much good on stuff we need here. So, we want to look at who has a very slow movement speed. And we can speed up. Like this guy, he's moving at 15. 15 is not ideal. I get rid of a lot of like light stuff. Get him up to 19. Alright, 16, also not great. Yeah, that would help a lot. Yeah, we got a couple people moving around at 16. That's not gonna fit. Unless I do something like that. Yeah, 18. We're moving at 16, 17. There were at least some people moving around even slower. 'Task kill. Standard. That's heavy. 16. 17. Alright. 14, that's real slow. These are heavy. Don't need those. Let's say 2. That's just 2. But he also has a bad leg. That'll help him move a bit quicker when he does get a good leg again. I think Thon was moving at 14. Alright, yeah, you're moving at 12. That's pitiful. 17 is a little bit better. Yeah. 16, anything standard. 17, let's get us a little less good med. That would help a lot. Not too heavy. It's a lot of weight for the money. These are heavier, but they go for a lot more. So I'm doing the cheaper ones just to like try to conserve his money. Anywho, one thing I probably should have mentioned about nimchas the other day that I didn't is a lot of times they have horn or ivory grips. So if you want to get a nimcha, you kind of got to be careful and like learn what your laws are and what you can import and what you can't import, because you can have some troubles if you know, import something without doing all the proper paperwork and oh look, it's ivory, and even if it is an antique, if like you can't prove it's an antique and you have to required to have proof or have specific paperwork, you might be in violation of cities laws even though the actual piece is an antique, predates cities by a very long time, but you don't have evidence of this. And that can be like the evidence part is where a lot of people are like, oh shit. Right, I have to actually like have some sort of proof that I'm not making this shit up. Because when you think about it, if you were, you know, an illegal, uh, what would you even call this? Person who deals in ivory. Um, what even is the word for that? I mean, I guess you could use poacher, but like not all people who are in the trade are the actual poachers themselves. If you're not the poacher, would you still be considered like is that? I don't know. Like, would you call somebody who just is like, I just do, you know, import export in a completely foreign country and I don't even know who the actual poachers are? Is it still a poaching? I don't know. Like, I mean, it's still like horrible. Like, it's still illegal. It's still wrong. But like, what's the word for that? Are you like what would you call that specific brand of criminal? Like, it's ah, I don't know. Um, that's a toughie. Like, what flavor of criminal do you like refer to that as? You know? Definitely want to go. That's standard grade. I can get out of here. Um, Anywho, we're probably gonna get rid of a lot of these helmets. We have way too many helmets. We also have way too much low quality meds. But I kind of don't want to focus on that. It does take up a lot of space and not much monetary value, to the point where it's like really the main reason I'm grabbing this is to be like, hey, fuck you to the people I'm stealing it from so that they can't heal like, you know, they would maybe want to. And it's more of a fuck you than and so they can't, you know, get up and be an effective fighting force than like value, you know what I mean, in looting these things. We have tons of that. We have too much meds. Alright. Uh, so, who is significantly overweight? We're running at 13. 13's pretty bad. We want to get rid of you, any shoddy. I have shoddy grade? I didn't know that. And, that would be, yeah, moving a lot quicker. You could use some more meds, but deal with that some other time. You're moving at 16. That's not great. I weighed 8, which is really not that much. These are the big thing, weight-wise. You're moving at 16. Also not great. Uh, that's the big thing. The weird that these swords, despite being like Cat 1 and 2 levels, are worth a lot more than the armor with the high grade armor. Like, to me, they're not worth more. But like, apparently to these merchants, they're like, yes, yes, garbage, I love it. Like, what the fuck? We can get rid of that. And that'll give us enough space to move in here. where this thing's encumbrance reduction can take effect. And oh look, 22 miles an hour. That's really weird. Alright, so you are way overweight. Whoopsie, I did not mean to sell that. Oh, that's... Yeah, well, I'm carrying that garbage around. Alrighty, and wave 1. So that should help you allow us to wait. We need to get rid of a bit more weight. And make room for the new meds. You're overweight by a lot. We get rid of those. Let's see. Okay, your weight value is pretty low. I mean, I can get this in here. 19. Alright. 16. He can't afford that, damn it. Well, 16 is not too bad. 14. This guy. I don't know what to do here. 14, 15. Why do they have so much low quality meds? I don't know. 11. Well. One for it. Okay, prisoner. And trace route. Alright. Trade with trace route. Okay, prisoner will take in, I want to say this. Now, he's moving at 16, and trace route's at 16 as well. So you're moving at 12, and you're moving at 15. Alright. Who is fast? Okay. Trade. Alright, Wing Wing can take on a little more weight. Not significantly more weight. Do that, and then do that. What are the helmets? Alright, so you're moving at 18 now. 15 and 12. 20 on cat. Moving at 16, that's a big up from what you were, and you need help. You need a lot of help. Alright. Hey, it fits now. Alright. Ideally, someone moving in the 20s, like you. Class kill. Alright. Grab 2 of those. I'd probably swap this. And that one's lighter. And that. Keep the weight for. You're still moving 20. You're moving 14. That's better. And you can take a little bit more. Not that. Alright. W get. How to do this? That weighs 6. That weighs 6. This one at 18. 18 change. Can I have one of these? I can't. 17. 17, 15. Alright, we're making progress. We're making progress. Who's around 20 speed or higher? 19. 19. Alright. 19, potato, potato. Okay, now you're moving 18. And PKG is moving a bit faster at 16. Alright. These guys are all out of money. I did not go inside of here. I did not talk to anyone other than the merchants. I am just not getting involved in anything. Where the fuck is Cloud? Literally stuck in a wall, okay? That fucking sucks. How did the fuck did that happen? I don't know. But hey, slowest person moving at 16, that's not horrible. I don't think we can do a lot better than that, even if we spent a lot of time. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. Nope. So, this place, no way out. Anywho, Nimchas, right. Lots of horn handles. You also see not too many of those on Giles, but you see them a lot on the Ethiopian Guarde, or Guard, or Guarde. How do you say that? I don't know. It's if you look at like old French and English words for guard, that's how they used to spell it once upon a time. That's like Old English or whatever. Which may or may not just be people just trying to spell words and misspelling them. And what's the dictionary? That hasn't been invented yet. Or it might be like that is quote unquote the proper way to spell it. It's hard to say, because like what do we have? We have written documents that have survived, and did those documents have the proper spelling? Who can we ask? How would we know? Oh, right. Refer to the document. It's like if all of English disappeared overnight, other than fuck, was it the Sonic the Hedgehog fan parody skit thing, right? How would we know what proper English was from that? How would we know words not used in the Sonic the Hedgehog fan parody that got super famous? Um, fuck. Now I have to Google this. What is it called? Uh, is it super? Okay, it's like one of the longest ones ever, and it's like a Super Smash Bros. Thing. Uh, it became a meme for being like really, really long. I cannot find it. I cannot find it. There's this really, really long thing. It's like a Sonic Smash fan fiction. It's like the longest one ever. Subspace emissary. There it is. Okay. So the Subspace Emissaries World Conquest. That's what it's called. It is the longest fan fiction of all time. Uh, so like if that's all you had to go on and you had to get everything you know about, the English language from that, you would, come off with some things that were maybe inaccurate. Like inaccurate ideas of like, this is this normal? Well, that's all we have to go on. And this comes up all the time. It must be normal. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Where that's basically our view of the past. We only know what has survived. And what has survived is a minuscule amount of everything. Not like what has survived isn't representational of, you know, very much. Like it's not a good representation of everything. And that's something we sort of have to like look at and understand that we only know what we know, and what we know is a piece of the truth, not the truth, all of it. And because it's only a piece, we're missing bits. Like we have to sort of like understand that our knowledge is incomplete. That there's probably bits missing, and he's already coming for us. Can I outrun him now that we're all moving at 16 or faster? Maybe. Because I think we're all moving at 16 or faster. Yes. Yes, we can now outrun black gorillos. Fuck you. Alright. So, there is a ruin. That ruin is the type. Okay, so that's like an actual fucking ruin. Where it's like actually ruined. And all we can do is pick up the scraps. It's great for getting like building materials. Some of the stuff is worth a lot of money. But if we don't want to carry it. We got stuff to sell. Carrying, no thank you. Anywho, point being is getting a accurate understanding of Old English is kind of difficult because only a tiny percent of the population could read or write. Of that tiny percent of the population, overwhelmingly it was people who were like priests and stuff, like not the common folk, right? And a lot of what has survived has been like governmental type decrees or religious related. Uh, so like either it's something related to like the this kingdom has made a decree of this is now the law, or something along the lines of um this kingdom has like this person has made a like the Pope had said, hey, we are now taxing this area, or like, this, we're now having like indulgences, or, what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like history, because people find it like, hey, this thing happened, but it's usually like the very important stuff. Like information about this thing that happened, or recordings about this thing that happened, not absolutely everything, right? What gets recorded is weird stuff or things that are exceptional. Like there was a war, this something changed, like a major law change. People don't sit down and write a book about like how to make coffee in the old days, like, or how to, do whatever. And nowadays you do see that sometimes, but you'll see that from an entirely different reasoning of nowadays you have this vast population who can read and write. And because of this vast population who can read and write, all of a sudden, if you do make something like that, you have an audience. Right? Where back in the day, that wasn't a thing. So if you made something like that, you wouldn't have an audience. And having that audience means you can sell them this stuff, which make that more valuable. Where before, that wasn't an option. Wait, this guy, was he one of the food ones? He was. Okay, so the food guys are empty for the most part. I also fed everyone in the off period. I'm gonna call it in between episodes. How was that? In between episodes? That seems appropriate. 90. Okay, and I want you to trade with Jolteon. Alright, he's moving at 20. Alright. How am I gonna do this? I need someone with enough storage to, like, actually fucking move all this shit. Who isn't too overweight. Yeah. What if I give you a lot of the, like, light, bulky stuff? Would that work? Okay, and then perf. That's good. You are okay. Let's do that. And let's run around grabbing these. And I don't think we need to grab anything else other than those. Alright. I mean, we could grab those, but they're very bulky and heavy. I don't know if I want to. Actually, some of you have like 20. Yeah. Where's that prince? Here? No. That's the prince. Fuck that guy. He attacked us. We are going to steal his clothes. Yes. Wahaha. Your pants are mine. Your pants now belong to us. Okay. Who has decent speed and carry capacity? Oh look, Stubbs is out of food again. Jolteon. Run into the problem of running low on like anything that's not meat. Which not everyone can eat. Stubbs. Jolteon. Alright. Okay, who has around 20 speed and can carry stuff? Close enough. 19. You can get a pull armor too. What if I do that? That help? Yeah, that helps. I think you misunderstand the situation a bit. This is not a situation where you get to complain after attacking us about us taking your loot. You have attacked us. You don't get a say in what happens anymore. Alright, yes. Okay, he's moving 18 now. You can get, like, a pole arm. 18 now. The last guy moving at 19 is Ver. Alrighty. Any of you have weapons? I think I got them all. Most of you guys have like standard or shoddy grade stuff. It's not really worth it. This guy doesn't. Whatever. Time to go. So, that's Nimchas. Moroccan. They're pretty cool. Be careful about the whole, ivory horn thing. A lot of times the horn is not rhino or something. It's usually cow horn or ram's horn or other forms of horn like antelope, where it's not really on the city's list. But you kind of have to know, hey, is this horn? Is this wood? What type of horn is it? Etc. And with antique swords, a lot of times you kind of gotta like look around and be like, okay, is this coming from, for instance, what's a good example? Java, right? So in Java, they have 3 species of deer. 2 of them are like pygmy deer. They really only have 1 species of deer with big enough horns to really make sword handles or hilts out of, right? And it has a horn that's like a brownish color similar to like a cow's. I'm not going to carry all this. I'm just going to say fuck it and keep going. So you're limited in what? Undo hold. So you're very limited by like species in one area. So if you see something that's like not bone, that's got some sort of white type of horn or ivory, it makes sense that it's not deer because it's not like this brownish yellow color, right? Because that species of deer has like different color horn than like an American white-tailed deer, for instance. Um, So you gotta ask yourself, okay, well, what type of animal could it be? Look at your options. See, oh wait, they have elephants there. Uh, nervous laughter, and kind of have to, think, okay, could this be elephant? And start looking around, like, what do I see? Does it have like, uh, in the inside of a tooth? You sort of have like 2 types of material, right? You have the outer layer, which is sort of like an enamel, I believe is the term for it. Right? And then you have the inner layer, which is very, it has lots of little, it's very porous. Because it normally, when it's alive, would have blood vessels going through it. Right? The root of the tooth. So you gotta kind of look at all that and try to figure out, like, what it is you're looking at. Like, what type of stuff is it? Is this something like, an ivory where I have to actually, like, do all the right proper things to get a hold of legally, or this like bone. With you can do whatever you like. Bone, there is no laws, and I mean there is some, but like depending on where you live. But like the laws are much more relaxed because people are like bone could be like a million species. There's no reason to think that bone is an endangered species up over something else. Because like why would it be, right? There's so many options. Why would you choose an endangered one? Like every mammal, every fish, every bird, every I mean, bird horrible option, but I mean, like there's so many options. It could be whalebone, it could be walrus bone, it could be elephant bone, sure, but it could be deer, it could be human. Surprisingly, there's human bone antiques. There's not a whole lot of laws about that. Um, and maybe also surprisingly, when you want to like buy or sell, for instance, something from like a headhunter tribe where they normally like it's not unusual to have parts of it made from the bones of victims that they killed, decapitated, cut apart, and ate. Um, you might think, well, this sort of thing, there's going to be all of this like stuff involved with it, and like laws and such, and might be shocked to find there's not as many laws as you think. But it's like, well, did it happen recently? No. Did it happen this millennia? No. Well, maybe. It. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, you go on passive. Uh, Sneak. Pick lock. I told you to go on passive, and what are you doing? You're just attacking him constantly. On passive. Alright? Because we've got to come over here, put him in our fucking tower. Thankfully, this place is a bit empty. Like, sneak. I'm not too worried. Yeah, great. So Pseudo's notorious here, and Shift V apparently doesn't have a bounty on him, but Pseudo does. That's annoying. Alright, where is Cat? Cat, that's Tar. That's Cat. Cat, I believe, has... What the fuck? Are people... What are you doing? Oh, you're building it? Is it because it's been switched off for so long? I don't know. I don't know. Alright. Inventory. Okay. Dump all the science books. And AI cores, which we can't fit any more in. Huh. Is power on for this thing? It is. So we just need who? No, that Cat, who's the only person with enough science to do research, I believe. So we got somebody else. He's okay. Yep, Cat. There you are. So engineer, nope. Bodyguard, nope. Use that. So, healer machine, move that up. Um, don't think we want any of this. I mean, we could do basic lighting. Just to make life a bit easier, but kind of like, eh. Not making sleeping bag? That's making sleeping bag, okay. Yeah, that's all we need. Alright. And that means, hopefully, yes, inventory's a bit better. Alright. Well then, guess we sell those. That's a problem I didn't think I'd run into. Alrighty, weapons cabinet time. Okay, so any weapons we want to put in the cabinet. I don't really think anything we looted we want to put in the cabinet. We might want to put stuff in the cabinet to get rid of stolen status for some of our Me Too weapons. Just because it's ours now. And that's just sort of annoying. Fuck the preacher. He doesn't count. He's not a real person. Alrighty. Stolen from that? Nope. We didn't steal this. What are you talking about? Alright. So, talked a little bit about the really weird rules and laws about owning what used to be, body parts of people, who were killed and eaten by cannibals, which are essentially non-existent in some places. Property 9/10 of the law and all that. Very uncomfortably weird to talk about. I actually know somebody who collects shrunken heads from cannibal tribes that would preserve the heads for some reason. And that's totally a normal hobby that doesn't have any difficult conversations to come with it of like with the police or whatever. Yeah, that guy's a bit weird. You know what? It's his hobby, whatever. Uh, uh, I mean that's a weird one even for me, but like that's a thing. And if you go into museums, you'll see that sort of thing. And some private collectors collect that sort of stuff, and I don't really get it, but they get it, so whatever. Good for them. I have fun. It's part of history, and you're preserving it. Good on you. I don't get it, but you're preserving history, so it's like that's a good thing. It's like a horrible part of human history, but you know what? That's a lot of history is horrible. And we should preserve all history regardless of what we think about it morally, because what we think about it is determined by us knowing about it, right? So if you never, ever heard, like, had any, anything ever heard about, for instance, eugenics, right? Very, very interesting thing to talk about. At least that's one word for it. You might not see any potential problems with, why would anyone be upset about talking about eugenics? Like, isn't the idea of making people better a good thing? And without the historical context, you might not see where, like, that could lead in because, like, the idea of how horrible it could go is something that you might just not be able to even comprehend, right? Like, there are things that, like, learning history that I've, like, never even thought anyone would ever do this. And then I read about it and I'm like, holy shit, people actually did this. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Green. Come pick him up. It's like one of those weird things where it's like, do you expect to learn how horrible people are? No. But sometimes you do, and it's horrible. The end. People can be more horrible than you understand or expect or comprehend. You got all of humanity and all of time. Someone's gonna do something that you just can't comprehend, and it's like completely horrible. And oh, right, the barkeeper died because like this place was raided. All right, so the only store left in town is this one, which is locked at the moment. But hey, we got a fully functional peeler machine. All right, this is now using up power. Let's turn battery on. All right. So, who to start with? We got DMAC. Put him in. Actually, while we're at it, do we want to loot? I wonder what happens if we talk to. Ugly, insignificant freak. Meanwhile, huh? Is he immortal? Why are you healing him? He should not be getting healed. Squad, dialogue, AI. Let's, okay, turn jobs off. Why are these people healing him? When I tell them jobs off, don't do this. I put it all on hold. AI, it's all on hold. It's all on hold. He is not our ally. Yeah. Pick up. This should be turned off because I turned off job. Alright? And he's gonna immediately go try to heal him. I don't want to heal him. I want him to not have limbs and be dead. Some update broke this. It didn't used to happen like this. And now turning off job, this doesn't turn off this. He was stuck like this. I have an idea. Inventory. Inventory? Alright. Dump all meds. Now you can't help him. You literally can't do anything but watch him die. Which is what I want. Alrighty. Inventory. Now, we can put all the helmets in here that we're carrying. Did I grab... Yeah, I did miss at least one. I was only thinking about one type of helmet, but I'm like, wait a minute, I just put helmets in general. Not just the one type. Don't want to save that one. I do want to miss those. Dump. I wonder if the game is going to sort by type. Nope, that'd be it. Great, but no. Type and condition. That'd be amazing. Alright. But it doesn't do that. Feels bad, man. D-Mac. He still got limbs. He still has limbs. Anywho. Wait, who did I just put on? Host's name. So that's pants, that's not, this is where the rest of it was going. Dump. That was standard grade. What? Why do I have standard grade? Did I delay it? Not yet. Actually, no limbs would be better. In the meantime, are you open yet? You're not open yet. So that place is full. I could do something like this, get a bit more space. Never gonna buy me anything. Here's the thing, I don't want to toss the old helmets. Because I'll still use them occasionally. Alright. Pick up. Put down. 2. You have Scream of the False. Yeah. Put down. Pick up. Put in. Question is, can a robot get peeled? Yes. Plonk. Alright, what do we got that's good quality? That's garbage to be thrown away. Yes. Umbra. This will take a while. Okay. You trade with Umbreon. Alright. Let's see. You have a specialist. You have a masterwork. You have a special hat because you need to be a sniper. This is also a specialist. And who else has special hats? You have a special hat that's high grade. And oh look, we have better ones. And everyone else has converted to the new hats. Other than the 3 bugs and the robots. Or, you know, the bugs who can't wear hats at all. There's are a couple. Okay, four bugs, and then the ones who can't wear helmets. Who are also bugs, but whatever. No, that's my snap. Alright. Okay, you trade with Umbreon, get that helmet we want to sell. Sure. Alright, who has rest specialist grade? Okay, or high grade. How does high grade compare to like this? Is it this better? No, it's worse. It's worse. But yeah, fuck it. I don't think I want to keep any of this, but I will cycle it through to get rid of stolen. And just sell it all. Well, do I want to do that to all of it? I don't. I mean, I could. I really don't want to. How long will this take? Not too long. I also want to get a photo of him after his limbs have been lost before he has died. Ideally. Stops have opened. I'm gonna get to negative 200 from to lose his limbs. I can't believe he's not losing oil yet. Dying. Now he's losing oil. One cool thing you can do is with robot limbs, if they get to low quality, you can take the limb off, solve it with another limb. And that removes the condition of it, which is maybe a bit of an exploit. Let's see, him, right? 193. So I go open the limbs, right? Okay. Nope, it's still 193. Maybe they fixed that. Can't pick him up. Okay. Wait, not you have, not you. Achilles, who are you holding? You're holding, okay, wait, that's a Genin. We don't want to kill the Genin. Beep, you're holding Buzan. Buzan, you're up next. Where'd he go? What the fuck? Put in. Oops. Yeah, that can all be destroyed. I can't pick up. Screamer of the Faults. That's annoying. That's annoying. Anywho, that's gonna take a minute. And I think probably a good time to go to market. I'm gonna come over here. Hopefully nobody's gonna do anything. Most of the city is empty. To the point where these guys just walk right by it, nothing happens. There's just no people near enough to get aggroed. Because so many people have died. Committing crime, really. Let's have like, yeah, one of the prisoners walk in here. Greetings, customer. Alrighty. Okay, we got good backpacks and we got long bolts. Nice. Who does not have a backpack? Anyone? Alright. I think everyone should have one. This is a question of, is it the right one? And I'm gonna focus on people who have one of these because I don't like those type of the backpacks because they hurt your combat ability. And then we have a lot of people with small ones. Alright. And then for green, he could pick up another one of these. And for you, you can pick up some of these. And I think we're good at buying stuff. Now it's time to sell stuff. Alright. So, who is heavy? I think somebody was moving around at 15. Might have been one of the robots. Couple 16s. have a hurt foot, so you'll be running normal speed when you get better. Who's running at 16? You. And I don't really have a solution for that. I could tell that help a little bit. But not really. Alright. Alrighty. That's easy enough. What can we sell? That'll give us some space. Alrighty. Back to the guy screaming in the background. Alright, where is Ver? Ver is stuck on a wall, apparently. Or maybe he's not stuck. He was just happened to be there. You guys hold? Okay, looks like you hold, but you're not passive. Okay. So you can come in, and you can come in, and your job can go back on. Nope, nope, no you can't. Okay. What if you inventory the chest? And you'll do that and only that, right? Yeah. DMAP. Kidnap. Put down. Alrighty. That is Samurai Gate Sergeant. That is Samurai Gate Sergeant. Or Samurai Sergeant, whatever. This is Punk of the Thrall Masters. Alrighty. Pick up. And then Cat will work away on tech. Alright, this is going good. Probably want a storage container down here for the science stuff we can't fit. Let's say build storage. It's general storage, right? Container. I'm gonna put it right here. Confirm. Alright, general storage. Inventory. Inventory. Oh, is there no? This would be some. Huh. Do we not have any? Guess we don't have any. Oh, if only there's somewhere I could build or get, you know, like. Hey. I need. Okay, you don't have it. Fuck. And the barkeeper would, but the barkeeper's dead. Great. There's nowhere. Wait, actually. Oh, I remember. It's in here. Inventory. Alright. I need what, one? Alright. Pick up. I'm gonna put you down. You'll bleed out. Alright. So. You don't have to. Okay, preacher. Once you die, I think you're stuck. I don't think I can remove him now. Let's try. Unlock. Really? Why did you do that? I didn't tell you to do that. Put in. Maybe I should disable ranged. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, and beep. Fuck you doing beep. Let him die. That's the plan. Trade with. Yeah, dual yeah. Actually, was it Stubbs? I think Stubbs was the food guy. Gotta be in the backpack. Okay, you know what? You come in here. Inventory. Alright. No, 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 no. Will that fit? Maybe. Um. Hmm. Nope. Well, that's good enough. Let's see, and the other person who got one, I believe, was Rain the Giant, wherever the fuck you are. Yeah, Rain the Giant. Inventory. Actually, where was it? Somewhere. Or I can, gotta be somewhere I can click and grab the preacher. Whatever. You have no one. You have the Crab Queen. Okay. Pick up. Where was I? Mamluk swords. Alright. So, basically, nowadays we call Arabic style swords Killage or Shamshir normally, for a particular type of sword. Um, Back in the day, roughly 200 years ago, people discovered them. Were like, what do we call this? I don't know. Let's call it a Mamluk sword. So that's sort of the history behind that. People didn't know what to call it, so they called it a Mamluk sword. Well, you'll bleed to death. What's one of you? You? Yeah, you're already dead. Alright, who else is there? The whole... Okay. I'm seeing a samurai, a black genin. I think there's 2 or 3 samurais. Right? And bomb. Yeah, you aren't holding anyone. You guys aren't holding anyone. Alright, so everyone we need to execute has been executed. So, the question now becomes a completely different question of, hey, who do we want to give some cool stuff to, ability-wise? So, I'm thinking, let's start with Beep. Pick up Beep. Alright. Beep, do you wish to become Robo Beep? Yes? Good. Right. Okay. I hit F5 to save in case something glitches out and I can't take them out. So, unlock. Inventory. Pick up. Okay, Robo Boop only has 1 arm. I used the wrong person. Limbs. Put in your backpack. Come over here. Put your backpack in here. Alright. Pick up. Put in. Beep. And inventory. Not there. Inventory. Alright. So. What do we want? Sure. There's also cat's inventory. So, our plan here is to remove all of his limbs so he can be a true Robo Beep. And do the same to Robo Boop. This will help them be more deadly. I've got to get all the way to the point where he starts actually losing stuff. What's to be around -75. Alright. Pick up. Okay, inventory. So, put that on. Alright. And limbs. Alright. Now, come trade with Vaporeon. So, currently, Beep has 1 left arm. He now needs a right arm. And legs. Alright, he needs a left leg. And a right leg. Alright. And he's also going to need a new, where do I put this? Yes. We're gonna need a right arm? Yeah, right arm. Alright. Trade. Alright, so Beep needs limbs. So, Mathwork Scouts, Industrial Lifters. Alright. Which means I can now put him down. And Beep is now Robo Beep. full robo beep. And he can now move very, very fast at 44 miles an hour. And he should probably come in here and heal up. Actually, can he heal himself? Yes, first aid. Peep. Alright. And sleep. Speaking of, wasn't there somebody who was really fucking hurt? Yes. Put in bed. And we can worry about these guys later. And we can worry about these guys later. He's a bit hungry. That's not good. Anywho. Next. So, cat has no meds. Roboboop. Inventory. I need to dump some things. Pick up. Unlock. Hit F5. Cat. Unlock. Inventory. Wrong one. Inventory. There's also some random leggings over here. Hi, meds. There you go. So, you can hear. Oh, fuck. Limbs. Take that off. Take that to negative 75, and then take them out immediately. Alright, pick up. And you're immediately doing healing. Alright. Inventory. Alright, it's not that one. Inventory. Alright. So, when... Alright. Put that on. Let's put that on. I think my pants are left upstairs. That on. That on. Let's see. That's 4 kilos. Like, makes sense. Put that there. Put like 4 kilos. And that's 3. And that is 3. So. Alright. And then off the floor. Look at those pants. No legs, but he can wear pants, right? And then hat. We'll trade with Vaporeon. So, pros and cons of this. Cons, you cannot wear shoes because you no longer have feet. However, Roboboot could never wear shoes because he never had feet to begin with. But now he can put on legs that make him go fast. Gotta go fast. And I need a left arm. Left, right? No, right. I need a right arm. So, a KLR and an industrial lift. Well, let's go double KLR. See how that looks. So, more strengths. Let's walk over here. They'll heal him up. Healed up. Toughness is so that the cat can put him down. He should be able to get up and run. Yeah. 37. Not perfect, but good enough. Sweet. Alrighty. So, he'll heal up pretty quickly. And, well, he's not a robot. He's got robot limbs, which I can probably heal those up. One of them's hurt pretty bad, I think. Alright, one of the arms. Oh, not pretty bad, a little bit. And you're good, and your limbs. Oh, okay, you need one of them. Alright, limbs are at max health. And your limbs are not at max health. And neither are yours. Neither are yours. Neither are yours. Alright. Basically everyone but Cat, come over here. Oh wait. We're still carrying some people, aren't we? We are. Our job's done. So, this is essentially getting more dexterity and more strength and more athletics out of limbs for free. Yeah, you go do that. You pick them up, and then it's fine. It's fine. You go here, here, you go here. Ridley's almost done. He's done. Cloud is done. Rep is done. Not quite. You're done. You're done. I think. Double check. The robot will take a minute. You're done. Done. Yeah, you're done. Who will carry the food? If it helps with the starving thing, these would all be done healing. And robots. Full health. Deep not quite, robo boop not quite. Done. You're done. You're done. You're done. And you're done. You're done. You're done. Not quite. You're done. You're done. You're done. Alrighty. You gotta get up to 200 on your HP for your head. And done. One more. Yeah, there it goes. A little bit hasty. Alright, so wait. Your leg's not done. And you only have 150 on that head. Some of them have 150, some of them have 200 heads. I don't really get why, but they just do. They all can't wear helmets, so I guess that objectively makes one worse than another. But only by a little bit. Alright. Everyone's good. We just need you two to heal up on those beds, which will take a while. And we could sell some more stuff, that'd be great. But we can't sell more stuff here. What makes sense, probably, is to take everyone, but these two, and Cat, and maybe some food. Alright, so, on a trip to get rid of some stuff. Alright, we need to trade with... Wait, go back to bed. My bad. Hobbs, trade with Jolteon. Alright, Jolteon will, help with the food situation. Then we'll grab this. And, you know, we'll grab these two. You will only carry raw meat. A whole full stack of raw meat. Alright, put all of the food in this bowl. Okay. And that means someone like Hammett can come to these guys and dump some stuff, make some space. Alrighty. Where to next? Sir. Sylveon. Great. Okay, dump this. Okay, Leafeon. Alright. Dump. Alright, that's full. Espion? And dump a little bit. Not much. Yeah. And Jumpion. And it's full. So, if I want to store the rest, I got someone like you. And do that. Alright. So, you can go to Robo Beep. And grab his stuff. And then you go to Beep and grab his stuff. And then we can give him some food. At least in theory. And practice, they might get up any minute now at this rate. Taking a hot minute to do this. Alright, so you're still running fairly quickly. You can get some more stuff. 26 miles an hour. $19, although we could probably do better than that. 20. Alright, and then have like Achilles come by, get some more stuff. Well, actually, you're doing pretty good. Trade with Beep. You know what? Beep is already fully healed. How far is Rubber Boop? Not far. Achilles, trade. Yeah, we'll only give him raw meat. That's all he needs. Come over here. Cat still doing science? Yes. Let's keep making better batteries. Alright, that's empty. That's useful. I probably don't want to sell a lot of this. Although I might want to store some of this. Actually, beep it. Is that 53 speed? Let's say 53. Holy shit. Alright. That's insane. So, what do we want to store? We're carrying a lot of these. I'll keep carrying that one, 2 of these, and that, 1 of those, that. So 3 pole arms, 2 big swords, two of those. Umbreon. I don't need that many shoes. I don't need. I'll keep the specials. Don't need this many chain certs. I probably don't need this many helmets. Alright. Or stolen arts things. And I have more armor than I need, really. Don't know what else I'm going to be able to do with all this. Yeah. That's probably good. Alright. Everyone can get out of here except for Beep, who will trade with Cat to get Cat some food. Because Cat needs human food. Also, Cat has stuff that we can sell elsewhere. And needs, sure. That's good. Alrighty. We can leave Cat here to work on science. We can leave Roboboop here and do one last thing before the end of this episode, and that's take a trip to Flats Lagoon. Sell stuff in the daytime. Who's got time? We've killed the people who need killing. Beep is now ridiculous. Look at that. 53 miles an hour. That's insane. Like, we are literally going so fast that we can easily outrun Beak things. Okay, that's a lot of damage. It is time for you to die. Undo hold. Job's on. So, Cat has jobs on, Boop has jobs on. Although at this point, he says join. running 50 miles an hour. Fucking hell. This is gonna be a problem. This is actually gonna be a problem. Some of our people running at 50 plus miles an hour or kilometers an hour. Like, it's actually ridiculous. Beep and Robo Boop are just gonna be like, scoot, scoot, I'm gone. Way too fast. Like, they're getting to the point where they could probably run all the way there and back before these guys could run there. That's insane. And athletics is based on number, like distance traveled, not time traveling at that speed. So, like, you can actually do some crazy stuff. We just want Cat to stay. Keep doing your thing. You have nothing. You have some stuff to sell. If they have wares or coin. Yeah. Khajiit has wares if you have coin to buy them. Alright. The crab stuff, I kind of feel like we shouldn't sell. Rusty Chain can sell. The crab stuff, I kind of feel like we're not going to learn that anywhere else. We should at least click the, like, you know, where else are you going to learn that? Nowhere. We should click that button. Anywho. So, Mameluke swords, right. So, Mameluke swords, so it started out as following the tradition of you give your sword to the opposing general when they defeat you, like the leader of the army, right? As a sign of submission, as a sign of surrender, right? Or, you know, in boats it'd be like admiral or captain or whatever. You know what I mean? It's a sign of surrender that you surrender, that you're not going to like do sneaky stuff, you're going to be an honor roll and like keep your side of the surrender bargain, right? They do something for you, you do something for them. You agree to surrender. There's usually some terms. Those terms often will have like, okay, I'll do this, but you gotta like treat my men okay. You can't just execute them and throw them overboard. You know, and it's saying we stop fighting, maybe more of you get to go home and to your wives or whatever, right? There's like a give and a take. The surrendering of the sword was a sign of like, I'm not going to continue to fight you now. I'm unarmed, and this is yours to keep, type thing. And also, you can show it to my men because like the sword has like ceremonial like whatever. Uh, so it's sort of like as a sign that you surrendered. So if one of your if like the captain or admiral or whatever meets somebody who hasn't heard they surrendered, they can show them, hey, I have this sword from your leader, and me having this means that they did actually surrender, like for realsies. Not joking around here. Like for real, these battle's over, and that's sort of like a sign of it. All right, who is going to be the one to go there? I'm thinking let's stick over here. Send all the pack animals, and let's send like Agnew. Agnew can't even speak. Heck. Well, these guys are gonna die if they come a little bit closer. Yep. Alrighty. Although I could send someone like Samurai Aptitude, who is less well known. Alright. We need to sell stuff. Oh, and that hashish we have is worth a lot here, and maybe we could pick up some limbs or armor or whatever. And these guys are coming because a lot of them have stuff in their inventory we want to sell, so if we sell out here, we can take it back, fill up, sell again. It's all good. Guy walked up in a mix of samurai and crab armor. Why the heck? You know? Like, if you saw this guy walk up wearing what he's wearing, you'd be like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Why the heck? Dump. Fuel and steel take up a lot of space. So do these. So do all of these, which we don't need. And the blood rum, which we don't need. And the hashish is valuable here, so we should sell it here. Alright. We want food. We need food. We need food. Do you have food? Okay. We need food. Great. We'll take everything you have. And we can sell some things. Also, here we need to sell the hashish. That takes up space. Could get rid of those. Kind of big. And you're out. You're out. Okay. So, Mamluk swords, it started with that, where basically people would go to war with somebody and get a Mamluk sword, end quote, which was usually a Kilid or a Shamshir. So, if you don't know what that is, it's basically the idea behind what a scimitar was developed, like the idea of the scimitar, kind of, but that's like the real deal, while scimitar, the atypical scimitar you think of in your head based off like movies and whatever, is not really historical. It's it doesn't exist. It's sort of like a fantasy version of a ton of things that don't make sense. That does not make sense. Okay. It's kind of complicated to explain it all, but basically, forget scimitars. Scimitars aren't real. You got Samsons, you got Killages. A Shamshir is a Persian word for sword, and Killage is an Ottoman word for sword. So Arabic, Farsi, right? And they both mean the word sword, but they have come to mean in modern day a specific type of sword, being the Killage or the Shamshir, which is an Arabic sword. So if you look it up today, you'll see like Killages and Shamshirs in museums, and the ones you'll see will be either Arabic or Persian. So with, Arabic being like Ottomans, and before Ottomans, you'll see some other stuff like the Seljuk Turk ones, and some like Macedonian, not Macedonian. What am I saying? Moroccan ones, and some other cultures versions of it. Not just like the one version of it. Do we want to sell all this? Yeah, we kind of do. Let's get rid of it. All right. So the I knew. So wait, animals getting up? Probably, hopefully. So that's where it started, And then during the Napoleonic Wars, it started to become like a sign of prestige, as well as in America with the not the Napoleonic Wars, but the Barbary Pirate Wars. So, or basically, there's some so there's two things going on at the same time, which sort of fed into each other a little bit. You had in Europe, all the major powers are going to war with each other, and thus too busy to deal with pirates. And you had a lot of piracy going on, and those things kind of had something to do to get with each other, kind of didn't. It was sort of just like a series of unfortunate events that came together, and oh look, pirates, bloody pirates. So America was like, listen, they're going after everyone. No one else is doing anything about it because they're all busy having Napoleonic wars and shit and trying to kill each other. And they don't want to risk losing men and ships and resources and gunpowder fighting pirates because that might be the difference between them winning or losing a war, right? If you're going off sending your army to fight pirates, then they can't be doing other stuff, and the pirates were not affiliated in air quotes, but they kind of were, but they kind of weren't, um, with the various governments of these places that they would make port in. It was sort of a quid pro quo of like, hey, as long as you don't be pirates against us, we don't really care what you do, and you can come to our ports and use our ports, and like, it's fine. But you can't be pirates against us, and also you spend money here, helping our economy, doing stuff like getting your ships repaired, hiring people, food, putting money into local brothels or whatever, right? So it was sort of like a quid pro quo of like, this is helpful to the Barbary states. Uh, and the Barbary states would be places like Morocco, Tunisia, um, maybe Numidia. I'm not sure how far east it went, but like the northern bits of Africa that border the Mediterranean, starting around the Morocco area, going east at least as far as like Tunisia and Numidia. I don't know about like past that where the exactly it stops for sure for the pirates at least, because it's sort of like a not super well documented thing because the government's in charge of those places, working under various rulers, didn't really want to put down in writing too much about how they were working with the pirates. So it's sort of like yeah, this happened, but there's not a ton of information about it. Uh, because why would there be? It's sort of incriminating to talk about it or mention it, right? And nobody really wants to leave that sort of incriminating evidence behind about how they like worked with pirates. And sure, they weren't pirates against their country; they're pirates against foreign countries, but they're still pirates, and a lot of people didn't like pirates for understandable reasons. You know what? They don't have enough time to do that. Uh, talk, talk. Dump. Alright, run. Over here. They'll probably find the wolves again. Yeah, find the wolves again. Stop getting up, wolves. You're not supposed to get up. That's not part of the plan. Alright, we would like to trade with these guys, but assuming those are different ones, they might be. So I'm gonna run over here real quick. Try to get all this people, all their stuff into the pack animals that are now empty, like Evie. Great. Alrighty. So there's not a whole lot written down talking about, writing out all the relationships between these groups, because it was sort of like are we really supposed to be doing this? It's the similarly, at one point the Ottomans needed a navy and they were at war and they were like, hey, there's all these pirates. What if we put these pirates into our navy? And that's also a thing that like it definitely happened, but how much we know about that is very limited because nobody really wanted to talk about it all that much because it's sort of like no one wants to admit, oh yeah, by the way, we also did this. Uh, it was not like hush hush. It's maybe not the right term, but it wasn't like really talked about much. Uh, for reasons that are probably fairly understandable. Of like, you know, that could make them some enemies, and that's not really something they want to be making enemies. You know what I mean? Yeah. If everybody knew about this, and also if people look negatively on them, like reading about that, and it's sort of like not a good legacy. So it's like it's not really something you want to advertise. Like, hey, we worked with pirates. Uh, so exact borders, I'm not sure about. Uh, we know at least certain areas for sure, but there might be other areas that might have done it in a way that's less well known. If you look up the borders, you're going to eventually find some borders. But if you really dig deep into like, well, how do we know these are the borders? You're going to be like, well, we don't really know for sure that these other countries were involved too. So it's sort of like, yeah, that's where I'm getting at. Like, that's why I'm really going into it. It's like we're not 100% sure on that information where that the edge of cooperation started and stopped. Um, Before Group A and Group B start being like, well, your group, worked with pirates and my group didn't, so we're better. Well, maybe they did, maybe they didn't. We're not 100% sure. Uh, yeah, that's not really better. Because you'll like history is weird, and like people will like talk about like these ancient stuff sometimes, as if it wasn't ancient stuff, and be like, "We're better than you because our ancestors did this thing and your ancestors didn't," or whatever. Or it's like that happened a million years ago. Shut up. It doesn't matter. It has nothing at all to do with modern day. It's fine. Calm down. It's fine. Oh, right. It's fine. Okay. So, and then green. Let's get you up to 10. All right. And then go to Umbreon and transfer the rest of them. Then you guys. Some of you had a shit ton of meds and some of you didn't. Yeah, like you had a shit ton more than you need. While you have 3, 4, take 1. Uh, I'll be sold. Anywho. So, Mamluk swords are basically Samsung the Killages. But European made after a certain point because only some of like the very early ones were captured. And after a while, because it became so prestigious to have one, a lot of people are like, well, I want to have one too. So a lot of places adopted models. so that everyone could get one, regardless of whether or not they fought in this battle or that battle or whatever. And it basically this people being envious of some sword somebody got on a Middle Eastern campaign during like the Barbary States Wars, or during like the wars in Egypt with uh Napoleon. uh who Napoleonic history is pretty interesting. Let's just say that. The two pants I need to get, or wait, pants and armor. Okay, I need to store somewhere. And this is Leafeon. So Sylveon. Alright. Because I don't want people to go into the city. And I'm also trying to like do this in a way where like everything's organized and orderly. Get all there. Alright. Maybe too much so. Anywho. One of the key things you can tell the difference is almost every Mamluk sword has a hole through the pommel for a sword knot. While it's a lot less common with the antiques, many of them have horn or ivory grips, unless they were made in the last 100 years or so, in which case it's less likely to find that, especially like post-World War II, is a lot less likely to find that, and you're more likely to find them with like faux ivory, like the French faux ivory that got pretty popular for a while, and I don't want that one, and you see that pretty often, and then you also see like what else? A lot of the hilts will be more complicated as far as like the decoration pattern, and it tends to be the same types of patterns which are distinct from the Arabic ones. A lot of the Arabic ones tend to be either like different types of decoration. A lot of times you'll see like whoops, or you'll see lots of gold or silver inlay on like iron or something like that, where it's like this plain iron covered in like inlay or carvings, right? While a lot of the European ones are like a mold of brass, where they have like a complex, pattern that's in there, and that's something more often seen on European ones than on the rest. That's enough. Wait, you're out of money. You're out of money. You're out of money. Yeah, they have no money. Why am I doing this? I don't. I just realized they don't have any money, so I can't buy or sell here anyway. It's sort of a waste of time. Anywho, Mamluk swords, pretty cool. Usually officers had Mamluk swords. The only exception I know of for non-officers were the Hussars. The British Hussars had a regulation Mamluk sword. So Hussars were light cavalry for the British Hussars, but some Hussars in, for instance, Poland and Hungary during certain periods were heavy cavalry. Differences being in like basically how you built everything. Like heavy cavalry would be more to get into a melee and stay in the melee. They'd be more armored. They'd have horses more made for combat than speed, while light would be hit and run tactics, less armor, different weapons. Typically, you'll see a lot of like light spears as well as swords, but with less armor. And then you had dragoons, which typically were gun plus cavalry. Right. Oh, that's right. Oh, right. There's the hive. Some hive people. That's why I was doing all of that, because of the hive people. Anywho, Mamluk sword's pretty cool, pretty valuable. A lot of people like Arabic stuff and can't get it because all the rich oil barons buy them all up. So it would drive up the cost a lot. So as a result, they're extremely valuable. Both the Mamluks and some of the Arabic ones that are like a classic Samsir style sword. So if you get a chance to get one, you are very lucky. Actually, no, they don't. They don't like hybrids. I need someone like Listall who's fast. I mean, normally fast, but now you're heavy. All right, let's see if I can get this done. We're looking for a hive. Okay, who are you fighting? Probably animals. It's all black dogs. We're looking for hive traders. Probably be in a bar or yeah, there's one. Could have at least some money. Okay, yeah, this one's got a ton of money. Alright. And dump some of these old meds. Then come over to Jolteon, buy up all the food I can buy up. Because I need food. Then I sold all the leather, I sold all the leather. Alright. That's big. That's big. These are big. That's big. These are low value and take up a lot of squares in total. Let's focus on the lower value ones. Nope. Out of money. Not quite. And he's completely out. Alright. So there might be one more here. Maybe. I'm looking for a hiver that we can talk to. Like that guy. Yes. Perfect. This is perfect. He's got money and he has food we can buy. This is literally like best possible situation. Not much, but some. Alright. I want to focus on the low value big pole arms that take up a decent amount of space as a whole. And there might be another one somewhere. Probably not. Highly unlikely, but not impossible. I'm gonna find one's probably gonna be in the bar. Probably. If anywhere. That's what I checked. Or outside the city. Talk. Okay, it's the one we talked to already out there before we got to the city, and he is out of stuff. And he is, yeah, nothing useful. Alright. Pack animals, but no hive characters or other trading people I'm seeing. Yeah. Yep, animals. You fought animals. You won, you healed up, you're all good. I don't have to do anything. Alright. That's some progress. We got decent money. We got rid of maybe half our inventory of junk to sell. I call that a win. And yeah, if you oh no, the animal traders. Go Robo Boop. 50 miles an hour. People can't even see him. He's just instantly gone. Like a flash of lightning. Actually, I have some beep as well. If I buy more than one. I'll take your entire stock. We need more pack animals. This is getting crazy. Alrighty. So, continuing our... I want to get more pack animals. I think it'd be cool. Alright, so... we have 5. I'm gonna go with... Growlithe. Arcanine. Ninetales. And... Vulpix. Confirm. Who has fast? You have got to go fast. And who else got to go fast? 23 isn't great. That's at 41. That's at 41. Like, wait a minute. Did that say 41? That can't say 41. That's just 41. Damn, you gotta go fast. Alright. Okay. So. Growlithe, Arcanine, Vulpix, Ninetales. So, Growlithe evolves into Arcanine, Vulpix and Ninetales, and there. Wait. You have a backpack. I need one backpack? I need one backpack. Where did those people go? Hello, mosh mosh. Animal traders. Yes, there you are. Talk. Not entirely certain if Robo Boop is allowed to be here. Can I see any, like, packs? No, I can't. I can't, like, see... Okay. Well, that's okay. So, he's not gonna have any backpacks. Pick up you. Pick up you. Pick up you. List all can go into the city. We already know that for sure. There might be one in the travel repair shop. What is it? More pack out? Yeah. Land bats. Alright, is it Growlithe? It is Vulpix. Vulpix needs a backpack. A bull backpack. One last thing. That's because we really struggled with loot there, and when we get to something like the Asslands, I don't want to have that problem. You have bull backpacks? No, you have Garu, but only Garu and people. No bull. Damn. And no one else here would have them. Damn. Well, we'll find one somewhere. It's okay. Anywho. I think that'll be a good end for this episode. We have done what we have come here to do. We have done what we come here to do and done some. We've sold lots of things, and now we have pack animals. More pack animals. 14 pack animals instead of 10. And that hopefully will be enough that we're not going to run into many problems in the future dealing with tons and tons and tons of loot. Because that's somewhat of an issue. I think I already have an idea what my next series is going to be for kenshi, but that's probably going to come after my next CK2 series. And my current plan is A, add a lot more mods, and B, run one where we only play using a very limited number of people, right? Because you have to have at least some, and tons of pack animals and other types of animals, and do like an animal playthrough. Like, sort of like Pokemon or, something like that, where it's just like the few Pokemon trainers training a mountain of animals. So we'd have like tons of, bulls to be, pack animals, and then start going around collecting things like beak things to put them in cages and feed them meat to get, beak things as our just think about it, like having tons of elder beak things. Like, sure, indoors or in a building or in a city, it starts to be a trouble. But they move very, very fast. Elder beak things especially are like monsters, right? This crabs are slow, but they do lots of AoE damage, and they're very useful for being able to like wipe out a very large area very quickly. So like large groups of enemies will struggle against them. They're amazing. And ideally, like I would love to be able to get like a leviathan. I don't think I can get a leviathan. But let's try to like have a little fun. Fucking around with like leviathan and stuff. Cause like why not? But I think that's a good end for this episode. We have gotten back to Mourn, and we have traveled all the way from Spring to Mourn to Flats Lagoon to back to Mourn, and came all the way from the Crab Village in the last few episodes. We did this big circular way, taking out a ton of people, and so many people we've been carrying for a long time have now been killed off. It's long time coming. And some of our people are now significantly faster, right? So something that'd be cool to do is do this to a lot more people. The main problem keeping us from doing that is we need more limbs. Like we have a ton of these limbs, we need more of these limbs. And money to buy all of those limbs. Which is why I keep looting all this stuff, even though I have shit tons of money and gear and food and whatever. Like, for the rest of this playthrough, I could just buy food and not buy anything else other than food. And maybe bolts for, green. And buy nothing else. And we'd still be able to accomplish our goals, take down the people we need to take down, and scavenge any other gear we need, and do minimal looting. We could do that. But we could not do that and also have a ton of people in robot limbs, and that would make them better fighters and better at surviving the craziness of the Asslands or, acid rain. Because remember, these limbs are no longer affected by acid. Only this is affected. Or burning. Or whatever. But that will be it for now. It's been episode 55. To be continued. See ya.